What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Let's turn the music down a little bit. There we go. Set the mood. What's up? Big things popping, little things stopping. Bitcoin's trying to climb. Trying to break out of this bull panic, baby. 119,250 buckaroos. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's go. Market's trying to climb. Are we going to have a red weekend, a green weekend, a sideways weekend? Or does the Superman movie suck? Let me know, guys. Let me know. What does the poll say right now? 7% of you guys like the Superman movie. 50% of you think it's going to be a green weekend. All right, let's go. I'm down with that, man. I am down with that. Let's get into it, guys. We got one super chat to start the stream. Devin, my friend, first one in. Thank you. Good afternoon, Rob. Patreon member here. Can you do an analysis on Miria when you can, please? Thank you. Hey, absolutely, Devin. I can do that for you, buddy. I can do that for you. Let me pull up the chart because I have my other charts preset on other things. So let me pull up the Miria chart here for you. Uno momento, por favor. All right. Okay, so I looked at Miria's chart yesterday, right? What do we got? What do we got? Let's have a look. Let's apply some Fibonacci. See what's going on here to the low. I mean, you keep trying to get above your 382 at 2014. That's where you need to break, right? That's where you need a break. Till you get above that, you got nothing, right? But it's coming, man. It is coming. That's what she said. You're probably going to have a little bit of resistance right at 201439, just a hair below your 382. But, I mean, Miria is going to go on a big run here, man. A big run, in my opinion. If you spread it out here, what do you got, right? I mean, you try. You broke. You tried to retest. Yeah. Some people might call this a cup and handle. I think it's a little bit too deep on the handle to call it a cup and handle to be validated. But yeah, I mean, Miria is primed. Everything's primed, guys. I know I'm going to get a lot of altcoin requests. Everything's primed to break out here, guys. Everything. Strawberry Dragon. My husband told me normies are talking about crypto and XRPs in the office now. He tells them. My wife knows all that. Is that a sign for take-up? No, you don't want to be selling right now. That's a sign that retail's starting to come in, but you don't want to be selling right now. That's for sure. Absolutely not. Right? I mean, if you're on the Patreon, you know when I think it's time to be selling. And if you're not on the Patreon, you need to be if you don't know when you're going to be selling, because that's what we're going to be there to help you do. Right? So, Ty, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. H. Barbarina in the house. J Money. We got Bulbasaur in the house. What's up, my dude? Good to see you. A guy. Hello, Robin. Crypto fam. Easy. Yo. What's good, fam? Sui AI getting a fatty pump. Is it up? Is it up? Let's have a look. Let me have a look at Sui AI. I want to see how much it's up. Ooh, man. A lot of people lost faith in Sui AI. Look at this bad boy. She is up 100% on the day. On the day, you guys, right? Now, if you don't know what Sui AI is, guys, it's one of the flyer play gems that we picked out over on the Patreon a while ago. And it's starting to make a climb here, guys. Let me see. Yeah. Absolutely glorious. Nice climb. Nice climb on Sui AI. I'm gonna have to check what did they get a listing or something? Is there a catalyst or what is going on with Sui AI? Let's go over to their X account and have a look. Nearly doubled in price over the last 24 hours following the launch of their new meme feature. Oh, they have a meme feature. Oh, they just changed the game. So you can launch meme coins on Sui AI now. Wow. There you go, guys. There you go. They just changed the game. I'm not following them there. No, I'm following them. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Isaac with the super chat, my friend. It's always good to see you here, brother. Lick a tongue in the house. My dude, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. It really is, guys. It means everything. What do we got? Yo. A guy. Paul, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. A guy got my likes counted and on the board. There you go. That's what I like to see. What do we have here, guys? We have 188 people watching, and we have 76 likes. Not bad, but we can definitely do better. Let's smash that like button, guys. Let's smash it. Jake the Snake coming in. Prepare your curled toes for Rob. Yes, we will curl your toes. We will cross your eyes. We got the shakes that'll make you quake, baby. Absolutely. Absolutely. Where are we here? Lost my spot. A guy says Green Day. Paul, nice to see you, man. Joy in the house. Happy Thursday. Hit the likes. Just a reminder, guys, if you didn't see my post over on the Patreon, today is our inaugural, the first Thursday evening live stream, Patreon live stream with Max and Rule Black. So we do, if you don't know what that is, guys, starting today, we are doing a three-person, like Rule and Max will be joining me over on the Patreon live every single Thursday, and they'll be streaming over on their Patreons as well. So we're gonna, it's exclusive only to Patreon members. You're going to get to ask us all the questions you want. You're going to get our opinions on what's going on in the market, when we think things are topping, and so much more. And you cannot beat the research that Max and Rule bring to the table, guys. So do not miss out on that live stream starting tonight. Ramona says, hit the like and subscribe both here and on Crypto Blueprint. Absolutely, Ramona. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ramona. I appreciate you. Ramona, one of the leaders in our community. Absolutely fantastic. Rich, let us all learn from the Oracle. There you go. Exactly. I'm more like Morpheus than I am the Oracle, right? I'm like Morpheus. So, yeah. Right. Where are we? Quentin, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Mario, let's go. Moonwell. Yeah, Moonwell. Up another 4.2% on the day. It pumped pretty hard yesterday, too. So, looking good. As always, guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you a single solitary thing. It's free. It's absolutely free. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. All right, where else? What else? Candyman, what's going on? Super excited for my first call on Saturday. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Ramona dropping that elbow on me. What time is the live time? 7:30 p.m. Central. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. Central. Jovan, what's up, man? I need a crypto future on the t-shirt. Nice. 1%er. Crypto when moon, when you least expect it. When you least expect it, my friend. Absolutely. Where are we? Angelo, so are we waiting for altcoins to melt faces? Let's go. It's coming, man. It's coming. Kai, what's up, buddy? Good morning, Rob. Music sounds like a P90X soundtrack. Actually, I was thinking it sounds more like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater from the 90s. Remember that game? Like PlayStation 1 or something like that? Braveheart, what's up, man? Hit those likes and subscribe here and on X. We are positioned. We are in position. Things hopefully will continue the upward melt. And hopefully, yeah, here's the thing though, right? We will see minor little dips along the way, and those minor little dips are going to discourage people and make them think that, oh, we're going down again. Here we go. And then we're just going to go up instead, right? Look at Bitcoin's breaking out, guys. 119,700. Can we break 120? If we can break 120, we may move more violently to the upside. So we're going to have to stay on top of that. That's what she said. Matt, how's ACH looking? Looking good, man. ACH. Let's have a look. Alchemy Pay. Everything's looking good, guys. Everything. Nothing is. I'll make it easy for you. Nothing is not looking good. let me say that. We have been in an accumulation phase on ACH for quite some time now. Where are we on the local high to the low? Yeah, you've rejected off your 50 fib twice now in the last week, right? So it's trying its best to break above and stay above 2 cents 3.6. If you can, your next resistance obviously up around your 618, 2 cents 5.5. Yeah, so that's what you're looking at for a Alchemy Pay. William, good to see you, man. Jose, what's up, man? Can we get some TA on Nadix? Didn't you ask me to do that yesterday? Was it? I know you asked me for something yesterday. Was it Nadix? I'll tell you now, not much has changed in 24 hours. Yeah, we just looked at this yesterday. You've got to break above your 236 here. Let's clean it up a little bit. How's that? Right? You tried to break out of your falling wedge. You did break out. You've retested, but you haven't had that run. This spike up is coming, guys, on Nadix. It is coming. Make no mistake about it. To the low. Yeah, I mean, you're a ways away from your 382, man. Quite a ways away, but it's coming. This is probably where you're going to run up to around 2013 on the breakout. So it's coming. She's coming. Patience is a key, man. Hey, Rob, thanks for all you do, man. The Patreon is worth every penny. Everyone watching should join. I agree, man, but here's the thing. Some people want education for free, and what's going to end up happening is you get a massive group of people every cycle who think someone's going to help them get rich for free, and they don't want to join and get educated. They don't want to financially invest in their education. And what ends up happening is, so this time around, I have a big percentage of people over on the Patreon whose opening statement to me was, I joined the Patreon because I tried to do the last cycle by myself and lost money or didn't make anything, barely made anything, or I ended up holding everything for 4 more years because I didn't know what I was doing and I thought that I did, right? So you're always going to have those people that have to learn the hard way, and they have to waste 4 years of their lives of missing that life-changing wealth because at the end of the day, they didn't want to financially invest in their education in the space. They thought they had it all figured out. There's always going to be that group of people, right? And they'll come to me or some other content creator in the next cycle and say, hey, man, I thought I knew what I was doing. I didn't. You got to help me, right? So hopefully you get help. Crypto J505, what's up, man? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. David with a Y, dropping those 7 herbs and spices right on me. Elbow drop, Macho Man style. Just showing love. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Kevin, hey, Rob, the T2 is looking good. Show me the money. The T2, total 2, looking juicy. Let's have a look. I actually have the Bitcoin chart up. Let's look at the Bitcoin M2 money supply first, and then we'll go look at the M2. How does that sound? We'll do a double decker, man. So I have this up, guys, because I wanted to show you something, right? Now we're starting to see the M2 is starting to roll over, right? And you might be sitting there right now going, oh no, like, you know, does that mean Bitcoin's going to follow it? Yeah, probably if it continues downward. But here's the part that you're probably missing in all of this, right? Is that this peaks, the M2 peaks, if Bitcoin follows it, roughly it will be the middle of when? October. So Bitcoin will top somewhere around the middle of October, which is what we've been expecting this whole time, October, November, right? Now, if Bitcoin tops in the middle of October and starts to roll over to heading down towards the bear market, altcoins are still going to run for another 5 or 6 weeks, which brings altcoins topping somewhere around the middle of November or end of November. So even though, so you're looking at the M2 right now kind of rolling over, and you might be like, you know, is that a bad thing? No, it's right on schedule. That's right on schedule with what we're expecting, right? So let's look at the total 2. Look at the total 2, baby. Look at that breakout. Let's hide the M2. Look at that. You love to see it. Kevin, good call, buddy. Good call. Nice breakout of the bull flag on the M2. Looking good. We have a little bit of potential resistance, though, right where we are, a little bit above us here, just right in this range. Oh, we're crying out loud. I do that every time. Right about here, you got a little bit of resistance there, potentially. Let's make it bright yellow. There we go. So yeah, but yeah, that's what we're watching. Can the M2 break above resistance there? Let's go look at the Russell. See what the Russell's doing. Yeah, Russell's trying to break out of the bull pennant it's in right now, guys. Looks good, man. Everything's looking good here for continuation. How can you look at this stuff and not be bullish, man? I don't know what to tell you if that's the case. Let's look at what's the stock market doing today. Broke through. It broke through the local high as well. The SPX did. Climbing as well, guys. Holy, everything is in send mode. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Hopefully it's on its way down. Yep. Look how close we are to the 200. If we drop below there, guys, we want to drop well below 62. Can we get below 60%? That's what I want to see. Let's get below 60% minimum, right? But the Bitcoin dominance dropping, absolutely fantastic. I don't know how anyone could not be bullish, guys. I really don't, right? I really, really don't. All right, what else do we have? Let's get back into it here. Braveheart, XLM is the next coin on my chopping block as I roll profits into my top 5 ROI gems. XLM just doesn't have what it takes to compete with these Patreon gems. Yeah, XLM's the type of project you want to buy in the bottom of a bear market at rock bottom prices. I personally, I mean, it's not financial advice, but I'm personally not interested in buying blue chip projects at this point in the cycle, right? You should already be positioned into blue chips at this point. So, but again, over on the Patreon, guys, we are going to be teaching everybody how to structure a portfolio properly from beginning to end of a full cycle. So, Beebs, my dude, what's up, man? There she is, Gamma Goddess in the house. Let's get this money. Absolutely. Kizza, what's up, my dude? Daniel, hey, Rob, what do you think about TARS AI? Very bullish on TARS AI. Very, very bullish. Christopher, what's up, man? Finally getting some overtime, kind of hoping prices... yeah, I don't think you're going to have prices low for much longer, my friend, but it's always good to get that dry powder because even though we're heading up, there's still going to be corrections along the way. So you can use that dry powder to DCA, right? Anthony, what's up, man? Can I look at Toshi? Altcoin requests go in the goals tab at the top unless you are a Patreon member. Nando, Rob, tell Moonwell to stop teasing us. Yeah. She's going to go, man. She's going to go. Moonwell is up 27% on the week and 36% on the month, actually. It doesn't feel like it, though, right? But it is, right? Rob said, wait a minute, please. But Junior, XRP is pumping. Yeah, it's up. XRP's up 8.8% on the day, 33 on the week, and 53 on the month. XRP's climbing as well. Everything's climbing, guys. Crypto J505 just sold my Algo XLM and H bar for Jasmine Swift. Can you please take a look at Rights Reserve? Yes, you are a member, so I can. RSR. Rights reserved. Yeah, this played out exactly as I thought it would the last time I looked at this chart. See? Last time I looked at it, I called for a head and shoulders in an ascending channel that we were going to break to the downside, and we did perfectly, right? Which is good. It's good that that played out. People who listened were able to accumulate here now, right? So now what do you have? I mean, potential double bottom? No, not really. Not really. But looking good nevertheless. Let's zoom out a little bit on a bigger scale. What are we looking at on a larger scale here? You got quite a ways to go here. Quite a ways to go to get up to your 382. You're probably right around your 286 resistance right now. So, yeah, let me add my 232. Where are we? Where are we? Your 236. Yeah, see, you're right at resistance at your 236 right now. So a break above that, gonna go into full send mode. Another significant resistance, obviously, at your 382 at 1 cent 31. But if you do break your 236, you're probably going to break right through your 382. Maybe get to 1.5 cents. 1 cent 588 would be a good target. Loving the Scotland cap. Absolutely, man. I am about 87% Celtic, Scottish, and Irish, and a little bit of Swedish. Rich, did Andy give you that Scotland? No, but I definitely am going to pick up some clothing when I get to when I go visit Scotland for sure. I'm planning on visiting Scotland probably next year. Carrie Ann, I would love to see Toshi continue up. Absolutely. Everything's going to continue up, guys. Everything. You have minor corrections along the way, but everything's in send mode now, right? So, Thomas, Patreon, what do you think a realistic sell price for Ondo? Where is Ondo right now? Ondo's really moving, isn't it? Yeah, Ondo is moving. Let's clean it up a little bit here. We haven't looked at it in quite a while. Yeah, so your head and shoulders played out here as well. You came back down. You're at significant resistance right now, probably your 236. You break above that. Yeah, you're going to see $1.20 as your next resistance. But realistically, man, honestly, Ondo's going to wreck. Ondo's going to wreck. I could see 10, 15 bucks, probably close 10 to 12 bucks I could see for Ondo, maybe higher, maybe a little bit higher, but Ondo's going to absolutely demolish. But here's the thing about Ondo. Next cycle Ondo is a project you're going to want to watch, Thomas, because I think next cycle projects like Ondo and Sui are going to have Solana type bull runs next cycle, right? So you're going to see those ones run up massively in the next bull run. Where are we? Where are we? We haven't even gotten into the news yet. I got to get into the news here soon. AFC over on X. Rob, is Zebek taking off? When is Zebek taking? Soon, man. It's in a bull flag right now. So, hey, brother Rob. Yes, guys, smash the like button and join the Patreon to get the maximum benefit. Absolutely, Beebs. I'll be there tonight for Rob, Rue, and Max live stream. Scam. Milk money, man. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's doing great. Absolutely. All right, I got to jump over to the news here, guys. So I'm not ignoring you if you're in the chat. There's just the chat's going crazy. I can't keep up with all of it. I see all you guys. Richie Rich, my dude. Dustin, Angelo, Devin, Ricardo, Curtis. I see you guys, man. I see you guys. I can't go through everything, though. If you really want to get my attention, send your comment, question, or concern over in a super chat. I have to get into the news now. We're already 40 minutes into the stream. Let's get going here, guys. Let's get moving. Bitcoin's still climbing. All right. First up on deck, we got some stuff from the GOP that we're going to have a look at here, guys. We got some clips. Chairman French Hill in support of the Genius Act. Let's check it out.
I rise in strong support of the Senate Genius Act. And I thank my colleague and longtime friend, Senator Bill Hagerty of Tennessee, for his leadership in ushering this bipartisan bill through the United States Senate. Around the world, payment systems are undergoing an evolution. New technologies are modernizing legacy infrastructure and unlocking innovative solutions to improve efficiency, reduce costs, and expand access to financial services. Members of this House Financial Services Committee have long recognized the promise of payment stablecoins and have worked since 2022 to establish a legislative framework. Last Congress, under the leadership of former Chairman Patrick McHenry of North Carolina, the committee passed the Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act of 2023. This bill provided for bank and non-bank pathways for issuers to obtain regulatory approval, preserve state-level oversight, and set standards for reserve composition, audits, and sound risk management. When the 119th Congress started in January, we picked up this effort. In close coordination with the Senate Banking Committee, and our base legislation and our legislative work over the past 2 years has laid that foundation for the progress made in both the House and the Senate. Today, we have an opportunity to send stablecoin legislation to President Trump's desk. This is a multi-Congress priority item, and it ensures American competitiveness, strong guardrails for our consumers. We should not, Mr. Speaker, squander that opportunity. This priority has been agreed to by both President Biden with his executive order and President Trump in his executive order 14178. Through multiple versions of stablecoin legislation, the House and Senate have shared ideas and crafted workable approaches, and our joint efforts before us helped enhance the legislation on the floor this morning. I want to recognize the hard work of my friends in the Senate to get the core fundamentals of what payment stablecoin legislation demand. I also want to recognize the diligence and thoughtful work of my colleagues here in the House, including the chairman of our Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Artificial Subcommittee, Brian Stile, who championed and worked through our committee through markup in successfully designing, writing, and passing in committee the STABLE Act. I thank my House colleagues for their principled approach to key policies that guided and distinguished our effort, particularly around state regime oversight, the reserve composition, the anti-money laundering and territorial integrity issues around stablecoins, and finally, the corporate structure of issuers. Furthermore, it's my firmly held belief that only by enacting payment stablecoin legislation and, Mr. Speaker, I repeat, and comprehensive market structure reform in this Congress, like we just debated a few minutes ago, the Clarity Act, only by passing both will this Congress fully usher in the era of digital finance and ensure that consumers are protected whenever they engage with digital assets. I urge all my colleagues to join me in supporting this bill and sending it forward to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for President Trump to sign into law. in our reserve.
It's happening, guys. It's happening in real time, right in front of your face. This is something that, 4 years ago, we would have thought was a pipe dream, guys. Tom Emmer continues on. Today, the House will vote. So this was ahead of time, but check it out, guys.
Well, there are 3 bills that we're going to be addressing today. One is a dollar-backed stablecoin bill called the Genius Act that came out of the Senate. This is a bill that literally is about exporting U.S. dollars all around the world. It may not be as big domestically to start with, although I think eventually it will be. But think about that cab driver down in Brazil who would love to do business in U.S. dollars, and right now he can't. But with a dollar-backed stablecoin, he'll be able to. This is about exporting U.S. dollars and solidifying the reserve currency status of the U.S. dollar. The other one is called the Clarity Act. This is a market structure bill. The problem we've had with getting new investment into this country is people don't know what regulator they're dealing with. They don't want to spend all kinds of legal fees fighting with the government over whether they're cash and they deal with the Treasury, whether they're a security and they deal with the SEC, or whether they are a commodity and deal with the CFTC. This gives clarity so people understand what they have to do business in this country. And then the last one, which is my bill I've been advocating for probably 5 or 6 years, is a prohibition of a central bank digital currency. Why is that important to our national security, Allison? Because for years, even Republicans years ago were saying, oh, we're falling behind the Chinese. They have the digital yuan. You know what they use that for? That is a surveillance tool. They surveil their citizens. They build social scores based on your purchases, your habits, etc. That is completely against any American value that we know of. And we've got to prevent our central government from ever creating this surveillance tool here in the United States of America. Very important bills.
It's absolutely right, guys. That's not freedom. That is not freedom. The clips keep coming, guys. The clips just keep on a-coming. We got Rep. Brian Stell in support of the anti-CBDC Act. Absolutely.
I think for my friend Chairman Hill, I rise in strong support of the anti-CBDC Surveillance Act. And I want to thank Whip Emmer for his leadership on this issue. He's actually one of the first in Congress to raise the alarm. And since then, the case has only grown stronger about the risks posed by U.S. CBDC. Mr. Speaker, the globe and the global economy is at a crossroads when it comes to digital payments. Jurisdictions around the world are upgrading their payment systems to be faster, to be cheaper, and cross-border. The payment sector is leading the way, including payment stablecoins, to enhance the payment rails. As the United States grapples with modernizing our own payment systems, we're confronted with a choice. Do we empower free market solutions that protect privacy, protect individual liberty, or do we centralize control over payments in the hands of the federal government? To me, Mr. Speaker, the choice is clear. Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller has repeatedly warned that a CBDC is, quote, a solution in search of a problem. Yet nonetheless, Mr. Speaker, in 2022 Executive Order on Responsible Development of Digital Assets, President Biden sought to explore a U.S. central bank digital currency, placing, quote, the highest urgency on research and development efforts into the potential design and development options of a United States CBDC. But President Trump understands a CBDC's threat to American freedoms. In a January 2025 executive order, President Trump explicitly prohibited any federal agency from issuing or advancing a CBDC without direct congressional authorization. In a free society, Mr. Speaker, financial privacy and private property rights must be protected. The American economy thrives on choice, competition, and liberty, not on coercion and control. I urge members to support this bill in preserving liberty, protecting privacy, and ensuring the United States of America is a global leader in financial innovation. I yield back.
Amen. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. It continues, but let's get into, let's go have a look over at this article. Ethereum open interest hits record high at 24.5 billion. Kindle, what happened to the Zebek hype train? It's dumping while the market is uptrend. Only tier 1 exchange will help bring it back. Kindle, you need more time. You need more time in the market, my friend. You don't have enough experience to be making those kind of assumptions. Ethereum's open interest hits an unprecedented 24.5 billion by July 16th, 2025, marking a new peak for the cryptocurrency. Institutional ETF inflows primarily drove this surge, contributing to Ethereum's rally past $3,160, right now sitting at a firm $3,426. Ethereum's open interest surge underscores its growing appeal to institutional investors, causing significant market shifts. Immediate effects include a noticeable rally in Ethereum's price while highlighting potential speculative risks. Ethereum's open interest across all exchanges surged to a record 24.5 billion, reflecting a 37% increase over the past 30 days. Reports indicate sustained ETF inflows have propelled this growth, driven by large institutional entities like BlackRock. Price implications: as open interest rose, Ethereum's value increased from 2,600 to 3,100. Now, like I said, 3,400 within a month. Vitalik Buterin, although not directly commenting on this surge, has engaged in discussions relating to scalability and layer 2 expansion. Further reflecting on Ethereum's development progress, the surge in Ethereum's derivatives market has introduced speculative overheating, with leverage ratios approaching their highest level since 2022. Analysts warn of potential large-scale liquidations should price corrections occur, indicating, so basically, guys, be careful with your leverage trading out there right now. Absolutely. Yes, Cody, you're absolutely right. We need to get more likes over on Crypto Blueprint, and we also need more likes here as well, guys. We got 307 people watching. We got 150 likes. We need 50 more, guys. Let's get it to 200, shall we? So market speculation and risks. Recent observations show Ethereum's 7.7 million Ethereum on open interest, representing 6.4% of the circulating supply. Historical patterns suggest that spikes in open interest typically trigger increased liquidations and market volatility after reaching certain thresholds. Arthur Hayes, co-founder of BitMEX, stated, "When open interest spikes this hard, someone is going to get wrecked." Yeah, he's not wrong. Watch for the first domino. A rise in institutional interest post-ETF approval has contributed significantly currently to market dynamics, with Raoul Paul noting the setup for a major Ethereum BTC move. The combined impact of institutional flows and high leverage raises concerns over potential rapid unwinding events. Guys, it is not a good idea to be putting in shorts of any kind when we are literally in the final leg, the final 4 to 5 months of a parabolic move, right? If you're putting in a short right now, not financial advice, but you are probably about to get completely destroyed, right? Not a good idea right now, in my opinion. But hey, I could be wrong. My wife tells me I'm wrong all the time. So who knows, right? Okay, wow. Sui AI is still climbing, guys. It's up 116.5% now. Absolutely super fantastic. Okay, what else do we have? How much time do we have left? We got a few minutes. All right. We got a few minutes. Let's get into one of our Squawk Box videos. Charmander, I see you, buddy. I see you. Twitch, I see you there too, man. Danny, good to see you. Oh yes, let's close it out with Senator Warren talking smack on Squawk Box. She is defending Jerome Powell. This is going to be like nails on a chalkboard.
Trump saying he has no plans to fire Fed Chair Jay Powell, though he has been toying quite publicly with that idea. Senator Elizabeth Warren has been defending the chairman's role at the FOMC, and Senator Warren joins us this morning. She is the lead Democrat on the Banking Committee. Good morning to you. We just had a guest on in Kevin Warsh, someone who folks have speculated about potentially taking that job. He openly talked about the idea of regime change. And so I just start with this very question in a very practical way. If in fact Jay Powell were to be fired, pushed out, or otherwise dismissed, what you think would genuinely happen to the bond market, the dollar, the equity
She'll say
markets?
it'll all be devastated.
I think they crash.
Yeah, see?
Remember, the way the independence of the Fed works, it provides a signal both to our country and to financial markets around the world that on a couple of key points, particularly monetary policy, what we've done in the United States is we put someone in charge who's supposed to filter through all of the economic data and then make a decision independent of politics.
The Fed is not acting independent of politics. That's the problem. He gave Biden's administration a full basis point cut. He gave them a full 1% off last year when the economy and inflation was way worse than it is now. Inflation is literally below 2%, which was their goal, and he still won't give a rate cut. That's politicized, right? So Elizabeth Warren is already, she's been talking for about 20 seconds and she's already lied on national television.
The chair's term does not run coextensive with the term of the president. The president does not have the authority to fire the Fed chair. The Fed chair is different from all of the cabinet officials. All the cabinet officials can say, as they have, I will do whatever the president of the United States wants me to do. I will do what is in the political interests of the president of the United States. The Fed chair sits in a different box. He has different tools, and he is supposed to be independent and make those decisions. I disagree with him often, in this case, about how he's made those decisions, but the independence itself is a value. It's a value to the United States. It's a value to our markets. If Donald Trump destroys that, then he brings down those markets. He burns something of value to the United States.
So, Senator, we were talking to somebody else actually from Goldman Sachs this morning about the practical implications and whether there would be an immediate crash, whether it's just a slow sort of a slow credibility issue that somehow impacts things over time. And the question, the reason I'm even mentioning that is the idea that, no matter what, come next May, there will be somebody else in this seat that is not Jay Powell. And whether the markets have already even started to look through where we are today to then. And by default, whoever's put into that role is likely, as I keep mentioning on this broadcast, is probably going to have made some kind of blood oath to the president to say they're lowering interest rates. And so, you talk about the independence of the Fed. I wonder whether the independence of the Fed is already in question.
Actually, I agree with you entirely on this point. I think there's a real cost to what Donald Trump has been doing by threatening to fire Powell. Disagree with Powell, that's fine. But threatening to fire him over and over, waving around a letter that purportedly would fire Jay Powell, talking with other senators about firing. The next time around, when we get ready to have a new Fed chair next spring, who's going to believe that Donald Trump picked someone who's going to be independent? So I think you're right. I think that Donald Trump is burning the credibility of the independence of the Fed's decision making. And look, you can't cheat the markets over time. People get that, and that just means that the system as it works in the United States is not as strong and independent as the rest of the world thought.
But Senator, here's the complicated part. If that's true, if the independence is already in question, the market is not crashing. It has not reacted that way. And so that's what I'm grappling with, because we have a lot of people who come on our air, you included, but we've had CEOs, the head of Goldman Sachs, the head of Bank of America, say the independence of the Fed is sacrosanct. And yet if the independence of the Fed is already up for grabs, you would think the market would have reacted already.
Well, the question is how immediately. People can decide, I'll stay in this bond market, for another 6 months. I'll stay in this bond market for another 9 months. but how much erosion is starting to take place. Look, it's the same thing that's happening around tariffs right now. Donald Trump says he's in with tariffs, he's out with tariffs, he's in with tariffs, he's out with tariffs. And you have to measure two different things. One is how much are the tariffs actually directly increasing prices? But the second is, what is the cost of creating this kind of uncertainty and chaos?
I love how these politicians come on and they talk about these magical things that haven't transpired. Inflation down. Prices have not been rising because of tariffs. So where is this magical, increase that you're talking about, right? They just keep saying, oh, you'll see later, right?
And the answer we know for certain is that there are a lot of businesses that are not investing. Who's going to build a factory? Who's going to buy expensive equipment? Who's going to train up a workforce when you don't know what your inputs are going to cost because you don't even have a sense of what the tariffs are going to look like or whether you're going to get dinged when you try to ship this stuff overseas. Plus, Powell himself said he would have lowered interest rates last February, but for the fact of Donald Trump's tariff chaos. So that means here in America that people who have credit cards and who have car loans and any other kind of consumer credit have been paying more for 6 months now because of one human being, Donald Trump, and the chaos he causes. Markets force an adjustment for chaos.
No, they have not. Inflation is down. Inflation was not affected by the tariffs. Prices are not increasing. There has been no shortages of inventory on shelves. Nothing she just said is true. It's just funny they don't call her on it, right? But anyway, guys, Bitcoin's looking good, looking like it's trying to break. We got to break 120, and we got to close above 120. That's what we need to see. Didn't want her free crypto back from Ukraine. Yeah. I wonder where her crypto army is right now. Her anti-crypto army. I wonder how that's going, right? Didn't work out too well for her in the long run. So anyway, guys, listen up. I got to get ready to go over to the Patreon. I have a mentorship coaching call I have to take care of. Get yourself over there, guys, for your mentorship coaching calls. If you need help, if you need guidance in this space, I will be uploading our daily altcoin picks soon as well today. We are in the process of a swing trade right now. We just closed one out the other day, made a 40% return on that. And we just opened up another one. So we're going to be watching that swing trade. If you want to get in on some of our swing trades, guys, making that passive income that way as well, jump over to the Patreon. The link is down below. Check it out, guys. The link is in the description. It's in the pinned comments. So yeah, get over there for that and so much more, guys. I will see you over on the Patreon. Also, like I said, tonight we will be live, Patreon only live stream. Me, Rule Black, and Max. So check it out, guys. Again, links down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And Ramona dropping one more super chat on me. Thank you so much, Ramona. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys tonight. God bless.